I am so against using the term UAP, but that I when I put it in my thread in relation to, I do have a UFO thread. I lost sleep over just typing UAP, but I felt that it was totally relevant and it was absolutely necessary educationally for the public. And I then went into a contact mode where I asked my guides if that was okay, and this is apparently okay. So the UAP, I hate saying it, but I've said this is a great comparison, is a evil pathway. It's an evil set of 3 letters that was set up to I'm sorry, I'm going to have a hard turn here. Set up for the public as a fresh start. What do I mean by that? After COVID, during COVID time, this term started to become mainstream because people were sitting around and naturally, without them realizing it, detuning their mind waves. And some people were, without even realizing it, expanding their consciousness slightly to be able to start connecting with natural spirit currents, like ley lines, telluric currents. And it started causing phenomenon to crop up, okay? An ascension-based phenomenon that can help the planet and fix the grid. And so in a freak-out emergency, man, this wasn't just because of COVID. This is coinciding with the 26,000, what have you, planetary cycle, an ascension. And the powers that be started freaking out and acting like, okay, there's this new era of UFO phenomenon. And they flipped it, and then they changed the 3 letters, okay? Like, why on earth would you need to change UFO to UAP? And I've actually figured it out. I figured out the actual reason now. It's because of the Phoenix Lights. There could be other phenomenon out there that was a huge demonstration of angelic, peaceful contact. That's the only one I can think of. I mean, I'm not a ufologist. I haven't gone that far. I've read a couple books out of necessity. And I am a big fan of Dr. Lynn Kaitai's book about the Phoenix Lights and her story. But that is associated with UFO. And that was such a purely angelic moment that was just swept under the rug. I mean, if you were to ask a regular person about UFO situations, they'd probably mention like Stryber or what's his name, the guy from the Fire in the Sky was made, or Lazar, something like that. They would talk about those guys. Who knows if Phoenix Lights would even get mentioned, because the DS has done such a good job of sweeping it under the rug. Because again, it was solid, not moving lights that caused consciousness expansion for people who were living a certain type of life. Okay? That was such an important moment that after people started having contact during COVID, or starting to drum up psychic abilities, things like that, remembering who they used to be, remembering their calling, people that used to be shamans. As I've said before, this was detected, or the consciousness stream, let's just say it's a gold color. Across the globe, the DS started detecting gold consciousness streams cropping up all across America, all across the world. So immediately they needed something that would act as a distraction and immediately place your mind waves into a negative archetype, a new negative archetype. It's like a funnel or something that taps right into it, and that's UAP. That's like Rosemary on Rosemary's Baby putting on the tannis root, or like in lots of lore that's been carried over, like our vampire lore, all kinds of where you accept the drink, you accept something from the devil, you accept you like in Rosemary's Baby, she also goes over and eats dinner and drinks their wine. You have to let them into your house, right? This is that. That's why we see little snippets of actual occult stuff that's real in our culture. Anytime you say UAP, and like I said, I had to have it on that thread just because you have to. I'm trying to reach out to people who use that term. Again, my whole page here is to maybe reach. It could be one person, and if that's the right person, wow, that's a grid worker. Or it could be 10 people, it could be 100, be 1,000. I don't know. One is all you need. I mean, it's not all you need, but it's worth it for one. Okay, so UAP, you never use that term. You never use it. The minute you use that, you're putting on the tannis root, and you're immediately channeling your consciousness to be more receptive to all the negative, made-up, man-made mythology surrounding it. And again, these actors, I don't know their names, like Elizondo, those guys that are now apparently not taken seriously. I just don't follow that stuff because it's so orchestrated. It's such bad acting. And I've said this before, people that actually like film and theater and good books, you automatically know that that's bad acting. And then if you have psychic abilities, you can automatically tell when someone's negative. And no one that I've ever seen is more negative and lights up in a psychic manner that I've seen. Chris Bledsoe. This guy, I'm just going to direct you guys to Amazon. Okay, I needed to see what people were saying about this book. I mean, again, anybody that mentions being chased, mutilations, being any kind of flashing thing coming after them, okay? And the most important thing to remember is he was filmed. This Chris Bledsoe guy was filmed saying, "Thank you, God. Oh, thank you, God," to a SpaceX launch. No one that's having real contact would, you feel the contact. You get to the point where you don't even need to see it. You know it's there. You don't even need to see light phenomena. You never mistake a SpaceX launch for a whatever he thought that was. And you cannot listen to these people taking their family outside to see orbs that are holograms projected by the DS. That is so dangerous. So dangerous. I'm going to have to do part 2 of this.